Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some pretty interesting things to go over. We have new updates that have been announced. We also have some new events that have been revealed. And as well as that, we have a pretty big rumor to go over about Generation 10 as well. A lot of things to break down and get into today. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Leave a comment. What are your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video? Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, just quickly wanted to go over this update regarding the TCG illustration contest. Pokemon have now finally given feedback on the whole situation that's happened with this AI kind of contestants and stuff like that. But we have them here, their actual responses. We are aware that select entrants from the top 300 finalists of the Pokemon TCG Illustration Contest 2024 have violated the official contest rules. As a result, entrants in violation of the rules have been disqualified from the contest. Furthermore, additional artists participating in the contest will soon be selected to be among the top 300 finalists. We're committed to upholding the integrity of the Pokemon TCG Illustration Contest and appreciate fans' continued support as we celebrate the artistic abilities of the talented Pokemon community. So, yeah, I mean, it's a little bit embarrassing from Pokemon's side to actually allow these AI images through. Like, I'm assuming they have general artists just kind of checking all of these images and obviously making these decisions. So to allow these AI images to get through as easily as they did and, you know, multiple entrants from the same people, see how easily that got through as well. It's a tiny bit embarrassing. So it's good that they finally kind of rectified the mistake. And, you know, some of the people that didn't quite make it because of these AI images are now going to get into it. So that's obviously really, really good. So yeah, very, very happy that they've obviously done this. But yeah, a little bit embarrassing from Pokemon that they allowed it to even happen in the first place. Anyway, that's that. Moving on, we have the big new Ultra Beast event that's just been revealed for Pokemon Go. This is quite a big thing during Go Fest. We have HDvee here tweeting out saying, HDvee update, the Pokemon Go inbound from Ultra Space event has been announced. It runs from the 8th of July through to the 13th of July. We have Pokemon Go talking about this as well, saying there's a ticket available. This is basically all of the information you need to know about this Pokemon Go kind of event and in regards to like Go Fest and stuff like that. So the inbound from Ultra Space event, it starts on the 8th of July, which is a Monday, and it runs until the 13th of July, which is a Saturday. So very, very close now because we're nearly through June already, which is absolutely wild. And then these are the raids that you're going to be able to take part in. So Pokemon appearing in 5-star raids each day will also be featured in a raid hour from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. local time that same day. So on the 8th of July, which is the Monday, we can start off with Guzzlord raids. This can be shiny. This is appearing everywhere. And then on the Tuesday, the 9th of July, we can get Nihilego. This is also going to be appearing everywhere. This can also be shiny. If it has this little asterisk here, it means it basically can be shiny in the game. I think it's like 1 in 20 odds or something like that. And then 5-star raids on the 10th of July, which is the Wednesday, you'll be able to get Celesteela in the Southern Hemisphere and then Katana in the Northern Hemisphere. These can both be shinies as well. And then 5-star raids on the 11th of July, which is the Thursday. You can get Stakataka in the Eastern Hemisphere and Blacephalon in the Western Hemisphere. These cannot be shiny though. And then 5-star raids on the 12th of July, which is the Friday. You can get Buzzwole in the Americas and Greenland, which can be shiny. Pheromosa in Europe, the Middle East, Africa and India, which can also be shiny, and then also Xurkitree in Asia Pacific regions, which can also be shiny. And then as well as that, we have timed research. This is really, really good research. So basically, Ultra Beast raid themed timed research will be available throughout the event. Complete the research task to earn encounters with the following event themed Pokemon. So basically, you can get your hands on Nihilego, Buzzwole, Pheromosa, Xurkitree, Celesteela, Katana, Guzzlord, Stakataka, and Blacephalon. These won't be having their special backgrounds though, but obviously there are clearly raid specific regions, you know, for like Stakataka and Blacephalon. You know, if you don't have people in these regions that can invite you to these raids, you wouldn't be able to get them. So it's nice that there's going to be a way to get them all doing this event research. So yeah, really, really happy they're doing that. There are also event bonuses as well. So the remote raid pass limit will be increased to 20 from the 8th of July to the 11th of July. And then on the Friday, there's going to be no limit on remote raids. So that's obviously very, very good. And then also, trainers level 31 and up are guaranteed to receive Candy XL for trading Pokemon from the 8th of July to the 14th of July. And there's also a ticket as well that you can buy. It's $5. You get an additional 5,000 XP from completing raids. You get 2 times Stardust winning Ultra Beast raid battles, 1 additional candy awarded, 1 additional XL candy awarded, up to two free raid passes from spinning photo discs at gyms. Again, this would be really cool if it was remote raids. That would definitely be worth it. And then as well as that, you get 10 Cosmog candy, you get 5 candy for, XL candy for all the Ultra Beasts, 2024 Stardust, and then also 1 star piece as well. And then that's kind of all that is just talking about the different things and stuff that obviously are coming with the ticket. New Pokemon backgrounds. There's a global challenge as well, which is really cool. So trainers around the world will be able to work together to complete a global challenge during the event. If the challenge is completed in time, all trainers will be able to use Beast Balls when encountering Ultra Beasts during Pokemon Go Fest 2024. So I'm assuming that'll just like increase the catch rate. Plus, once the challenge is completed, Party Power will charge faster when attempting a raid with your party in Party Play. All in all, though, sounds like a really good event. Obviously, going to be doing a lot of raiding, but yeah, pretty happy with this one, especially with how bad the Mega Rayquaza situation is. It's kind of cool to have an actual event to look forward to. Anyway, that's that event. Moving on, we do have a new rumor to go over about Generation 10. This popped up on 4chan on the 6th of June, so a few days ago now. Or the 20th of June, should I say. So quite a few days ago now. But it's titled Generation 10 is going to be lit. It was posted by Anonymous. Now, I'm pretty sure that Pokemon are probably working on Generation 10 already. You know, it's probably going to be coming out 2026. So if someone were to be working on that game, then yeah, they could definitely leak some information about it. But again, this is just something that was posted on 4chan. Take it with a massive grain of salt. Very likely to be fake. But either way, this is what apparently is going to be happening with Generation 10. So, I have a source working on Generation 10. Gave me some of the plans. Could he be lying? Yes. But what if he told me is true? It's looking like it's the ultimate Pokemon game. So, yeah, he's got a source. Could be lying to him, but if he's not lying to him, then this is apparently going to be the best Pokemon game of all time, which it should be anyway. You know, Generation 10 should be the best Pokemon game. Anyway, moving on, is based on Australia and New Zealand, so that'd be a really, really cool location for Generation 10. Like Australia would be like the main game, and then maybe New Zealand is like DLC, or maybe you can just go to both in the main game. Who knows? But yeah, Australia would just be such a good region. You know, there's a lot of Pokemon that could easily be based off like these real life animals that are native to Australia. Could get some really cool spider forms as well, like Galvantula could get a regional form, Ariados could get a regional form, stuff like that. And then like actually get a proper kangaroo Pokemon as well, like Breloom and Kangaskhan are the closest we've had to any kind of kangaroo Pokemon, so that would also be really, really cool. So yeah, I mean, I'd just be really, really happy with that kind of region. I've wanted an Australia region for a very long time, so I'm hoping that that does end up being true. Whether this is fake or not, I do hope that we do go to Australia. Over 200 planned generation Pokemon. So that would be the most new Pokemon we've ever had in a Pokemon game. The only thing ever close to that would have been like Kanto and Unova, where we had like 150 odd Pokemon. The rest of the time it's been like obviously much more below that. But yeah, 200 planned generation Pokemon is a lot. But again, they got to go big or go home for Generation 10. You know, it's apparently going to be the best game of all time for Pokemon. So yeah, the 200 brand new Pokemon, why not? There's a battle gimmick, but wouldn't say what it was. Now, for me personally, I still think it's going to be Fusion. I'm going to die on this hill, but I think it's going to be Fusion. I mean, we've had a lot of hints and kind of things, I guess, alluding to Fusion. Obviously, in Generation 5, we had the whole Kyurem situation with that Fusion. In Generation 8, we had Calyrex fusing with Glastrier and Spectria, which is a literal fusion. Like, Calyrex literally fuses with one of Spectria or Glastrier. So, we have the fusion there. In Generation 9, in the Paradox books, we have the Paradox Beast and obviously the Paradox Swords of Justice. They all look fused together as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that every Pokemon's going to fuse with every Pokemon, obviously, because that would just be way too many different outcomes and stuff. You know, it'd be thousands and thousands and thousands. I think it'd be like a select few Pokemon. So maybe like, I don't know, Charizard fuses with, I don't know, Blaziken or something like that. And that's like, that's one fusion. So maybe there's only like 20 fusions or something like that. So a little bit like Mega Evolution, but you have to have both of those Pokemon in your team and then they fuse together to do something. I think it'd be a really cool gimmick. I think they'd definitely be able to make it work. And yeah, I just got a feeling, man. I just got a feeling that is how they're going to do it. But anyway, there's apparently a new battle gimmick, but wouldn't say what it was. There's also a breeding mechanic that could be based off of the fusions, but we've been asking for. So for crossbreeding, the example we gave me, but specifically said was not one of the options, was that if you gave a Pinsir a new item and bred it with Heracross when holding the same item, then a new Pokemon with physical traits of both of them would be born. He didn't say whether or not the same item would be used for all crossbreeds, or if each set had a unique item needed. So yeah, so I'm assuming this is like new baby Pokemon, part of the 200 planned generation Pokemon, and to get them, you have to have specific parents with specific items, and that's how they are made. A little bit like how you have to have, Pokemon with specific items in like the incense and stuff like that to get like Wynaut and stuff, and Munchlax and everything like that. So a little bit similar to that, but this time it's a little bit more, I guess, a little bit more into it. Like you got to get a little bit more stuff. It's not just as simple as one item. You actually have to get specific parents and stuff. You can't just breed it with a Ditto. Then goes on to say, the National Pokédex returns. Thank you, Switch to expanded and enhanced capabilities. So, yeah, I mean, I've also said for a while that if the National Pokédex returns, I feel like Generation 10 is going to be the time they do it. It's a much better console. They're going to be able to have every single Pokemon on it. The capabilities of it are just a lot more than what the Nintendo Switch is. So, yeah, if we get the National Dex, Generation 10, I think, is going to be the time we get it. The current plans are to have other regions such as Kanto, Johto be available for DLC on one version, and the other version would have Unova Alola for its DLC. Wouldn't surprise me to see them alternate the DLC releases. See, if they did something like that, that would be huge, because you would be able, it'd give you more of a reason to buy both games, because right now, the DLC, all you really buy it for is a couple of unique Pokemon. Like, obviously, in the Violet DLC, you'd get the Paradox Swords of Justice, and then in the Scarlet DLC, you get the Paradox Beasts. Whereas in this DLC, you actually have a different region to go to if you buy the other DLC. So it's more of a reason to actually get both games, in my opinion, because you're basically playing, you're buying the DLC for the actual region as well as, I'm assuming, new Pokemon and stuff like that. Asked about evolutions, and what they told me was that they had designs for Ghost, Steel, and Normal, but decided on a different path. So I'm assuming that means that we're not going to get any evolutions, or that different path could be like different typings, so maybe like they go Dragon or Flying or something like that. For me, I mean, a normal evolution would just be an absolute waste. Like, why make Eevee evolve into just a bigger Eevee? Just make it evolve into a different typing. I never want to see a normal type evolution. It'd just be so dumb in my opinion. It just defeats the whole point of it. And then as well as that, they are planning on bringing back certain mechanics from every other generation. The example he gave me was the phone from Gold and Silver, and it would be able to call NPCs that we have battled, and also be able to call other players we've had raid battle with. Apparently we can permit people to get our number after battles and raids. Not real number and no actual calling, all messages are preset. So yeah, I mean, that'd just be another, a little bit like the not like the PSS system, but I guess you'd have like your contacts all on a certain screen, like the PSS system, where you obviously see like your nearbys and people you've like battled with and whatnot, and you'd be able to like click on them and then like call them and then obviously settle raids and stuff like from that. I think that'd be a really cool system, to be fair. Did not give me the titles. Can select age and experience with playing Pokemon games. This will skip the repetitive catching sequence and the other parts that people who haven't played these games for 30 years get bored with. So I don't think that means like the age of your protagonist. I think that just means you just get a questionnaire at the start and you say, oh, you're this old, you've had this much experience. It basically like how much hand-holding do you need in this game, which I think we've needed for a while. You know, I'm not a massive fan of the catching sequences and stuff like that. I know how to catch a Pokemon. It's very, very easy. It's like second nature now, obviously. So yeah, I don't really need that hand-holding throughout the whole game. And then voice acting, due to the longer time between Generation 9 and Generation 10, and the Switch 2 capabilities, the production team was able to add some quality of life. So yeah, voice acting would be really, really good for Generation 10. Obviously, we've had voice acting already in Pokemon games, in like Pokemon Snap 2 and stuff like that. So, or new Pokemon Snap, should I say. So I think voice acting is definitely on the cards, and I think that probably is the next step in Pokemon games. And then also we've got some quality of life improvements. Legendary Pokemon are based on Aboriginal folklore. Many of the current snake and spider Pokemon receive new evolutions, convergent forms or regional forms. That would obviously go hand in hand with an Australian region, is what we spoke about earlier on in the video. We were asked about the starter trio typing, if it was still fire, grass and water. Their response was, we'll neither confirm nor deny. Full disclosure, I am one that wants a fresh take on the starter trio typing. This person knows that. They very easily could just be screwing with me, so I get my hopes up. As it stands, I'm not expecting the starter trio typing to change. I don't see the point of it. You know, fire, grass, water is just embedded into Pokemon. Like, why change that? I'd be really, really against that. You know, we always look forward to what the fire starter is going to be, what the grass starter is going to be, what the water starter is going to be. And just to change that to, like, I don't know, flying, electric, ground or something, I don't really know. It'd just be dumb. You know, just keep fire, ground, just keep fire, grass, water. There's absolutely no reason to change it. And then also releasing in November 2026. So that makes a lot of sense. You know, we're probably going to get Legends EA November 2025. And then Pokemon Generation 10 November 2026, the 30th anniversary. Really wish they told me the titles. So, yeah, all in all, This sounds pretty good. I would absolutely love this for a Generation 10 game. I could definitely back this. I could definitely get behind it. I'm really, really hoping it's real. Again, very, very unlikely to be. But yeah, 200 new Pokemon, new battle mechanics. Online system sounds really good. Voice acting. Yeah, loads of really positives from this rumor. So fingers crossed it is true. What are your thoughts on it though? Do you think this is going to be true, or do you think it is complete hokum? And then also let me know your thoughts on the kind of events and the illustration thing as well for Pokemon. But anyway, that's going to be everything from me. If you enjoyed, drop a like down below. Let's try to hit 500 likes. Like I say, leave a comment with your thoughts. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. It's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.